What is going on, everybody? Wet Noodle, how you doing? Nicolas, what's up, buddy? Chad, invited homie, Dev, Jets, 962, Random Games, and Semantics. How is everyone doing? How was your Monday? How was your weekend? We ready to get into this? Let's do a little monthly event quest. And then if you could do me a favor, let's make sure you can hear me. I believe you can. Addy, how are you doing? How are you doing? If someone can confirm you can hear me, I don't know if we're going to be having anyone joining on call today, so I won't have that that normal confirmation that I get. Thank you, Wet Noodle. That's great, and great to hear that you're doing well. And then, does anyone know? Does anyone know if the gifting events are supposed to be announced today? Is that or is that tomorrow? Rob, dude, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Yeah, great to be here for the whole stream, for all of the ridiculousness and hopefully the MCOC knowledge. And it was cool to get you in that channel, buddy. I hope you enjoy the little tidbits and things that are getting put in there. I definitely had a learning lesson in the last war. Fortunately, I was able to figure it out during the fight. I was able to realize my mistake, but that was definitely a learning lesson for me. Tom, how are you doing? Nicolas, I'm on a Spanish Zoom. So are you in like a class where you're learning your Spanish, or do you know how to speak Spanish and the Zoom is being conducted in Spanish? I'm curious on that. AC, thank you for the confirmation. I always appreciate the confirmation. Today is the deadline, meaning like they're going to announce the gifting event winners today. If that's the case, let's make sure, what is it, like 22 minutes that we check. I am hopeful that I placed higher, and I get the, I think there was like the lowest tier. There was a tier that I thought that there was an outside shot. Well, there's my score for anyone that's interested. But I know I'm not going to get top 30. I know I'm not going to get top 60. And I feel strongly I won't get top 90. But I would, if somehow we could sneak into this one and get that 50%, I would really like that. That would be fun. But I think most likely we're in this 1 to 5%, which would still be it's a chunk of tier 5 CC. And then the 6-star shards would be nice to get. So, Dev, Vega completed 7.1 today. Dude, congratulations. And I got really lucky on 25% crystal and got Mystic for Doom. But from the featured, got a man thing. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But, he's actually not bad. He's not bad. But there's definitely some more exciting, more current, bigger yellow numbers champions out there. But Man Thing's not bad. He's actually pretty good. I enjoy him, and he can do a lot. So maybe that's just the start, right? Maybe that's just the start. Let's think positively. Tom's saying the rewards for gifting out tomorrow. Okay, so that won't be today. I apologize for that. Well, let's see. We're getting contrasting information. Let's still check in a little bit after 10, either this afternoon or tomorrow. And I think they're doing their best on it. They're doing their best, so I could see why. Or was there an answer on it right there, actually? 112. Okay, so that is tomorrow. That's tomorrow, based on and I am in the same time zone as Kabam seems to do their thing, so that's going to be tomorrow. So we'll check that out tomorrow. This is that time that I'm hoping to regularly stream. A little bit for those who are new. I have like a standing kind of break that I take with my daughter. That's in about an hour. So, but this is also a time that works out really well for me. So I'm hoping to do about an hour stream where, we do the monthly EQ, we talk, we hang out. Sometimes people join on call and we just have a good time with it. So, Richard, going for the 5-star CGR tomorrow. Dude, congratulations. Good luck. Good luck. I know Metal Sonic Dude, who I just see is in the chat, he's going to go big too for that. I'm excited for everyone. There's 2 champions right now that I think like everyone in this game deserves to have as either a 5 or 6-star, and there is Apocalypse and Cosmic Ghost Rider. They're just so much fun and they do great stuff. So, and then Nicholas, I already know Spanish, but I'm in Spanish too because I don't really pay attention. That's funny. Yeah. I am not, my Spanish is quite poor. It's not very good at all, but it was good enough to get great grades in high school. And so I'm familiar with that thing of knowing that my Spanish was not good, but it was much better than everyone else who was really trying to learn it for the first time. So that allowed for decent grades. Rohit, I absolutely love these night streams as per my times. Yeah, so that's another thing. I've noticed that the viewers are spread out across the globe. So that's cool. I'm really glad that people are going to do it. I believe like Addie is in Europe somewhere, if I remember correctly. And so that's cool. I'm happy about this. I'm happy that it works out for everyone. Metal Sonic Dude, yeah, dude, things are great. It's a Monday and I'm doing this. Life is good. John, how are you doing, buds? All right, I got to scroll through here and maybe do some gameplay at some point. Although I just enjoy talking. I enjoy talking and us talking about these things. Jets962, I need your input on this. I can get another rank 3, and it can be Ghost or Corvus. Who do you think I should go for? Yes, I do have a 6-star Wasp. Is the Corvus awakened? If the Corvus is not awakened, I would go Ghost for sure. They're both great, though. And if since you know that having the Wasp is important, that makes me think you have some experience with Ghost, in which case I would maybe say Ghost. What's up, Redwood? Campo, how are you doing, buddy? Null and Void, good to see you here. Strange Raven, I like it. I like the confidence that the boost to Yellow Jacket's going to be good. Let's go for it. Let's hope for it. And I hope that turns out really well for you. Folks saying hi to MSD. Thank you so much for showing up, MSD. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you chatting with everyone chatting with him. Paolo, how are you, buddy, from Italy? Right on, right on. I took my first trip to Italy. I guess it was 2 summers ago. We were there in France for the Women's World Cup. And we stopped in the very north of Italy there near the border of France. And wow, I can't wait to go back. Barrow Man. Dude, the things you and MSD and Agent X are putting out on YouTube right now. So if anyone saw my champions rankings and made it through probably about half of it, which is a lot. I know that's a lot to get through. And but this is who I saw. This is Barrow Man, MSD, and Agent X. Those are the ones where I said, like, look, of course I want to recommend my video, but there's better ones out there. Like my video is not, it's outdated. And so please watch Barrow Man, MSD, and Agent X. What they're putting out there with Professor X just shows to me that, like, I thought I knew how to play Professor X, but I definitely did not know how to max that dude out. It was like a C, and they're doing A+ stuff right now. So definitely go and check. Please check them out. Please, 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 please. It'll be well worth your while for sure. All right. Hey, Vega. So, Addy, is that you? The Aditya? Let me know, because it would just make sense for it, and then the A with the insignia is the same. I'm short on a tier 4 CC Mutant Catalyst all the time. I know, because they're so good, right? They're so good. It's easy to spend them. I opened 20 to take up Omega. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like this is going more the RNG route. Just need 2, but only got 1. I'm really struggling. I'm so sorry, Addy. Or Adit, yeah. I apologize if you're different people. I'm sorry. It just would have made sense for you to be the same. I hope you get that tier 4 CC. Omega's so good. Omega is so good. Yeah, MSD, are you going to be on the podcast? Hopefully you answer that question and drop us some knowledge about when you're going to be on the podcast and all that. That'd be cool to make sure we check out. Nicholas, sophomore in Spanish, or Nicolas. I'm saying Nicolas, but if it's Nicholas, let me know. I can't wait for the Mole Man buff. Dude, Mole Man, I'm excited for that too. Because people like Mole Man already. People already like Mole Man. Karate Mike took his to, I think, rank 3. There was even someone on the Discord server who, when it was announced that Mole Man was going to be part of the buffs, he was genuinely worried. He was like, I hope they do not mess with Mole Man. He is good as it is. And he was genuinely concerned that in trying to up his damage, they were going to make him less versatile. So that tells you something. That tells me something, you know, that this is a champion that maybe as a community we're just not that aware of. Hold on one second, everyone. I'm going to send out a quick message here. If I can figure out how to do it. Maybe I don't know how to do it. Um, let me see if I can get this out properly. You know what? I'll get to it at another time. All right. So Null and Void, read last, please. All right, we can do that, and then I really will do some gameplay here. Where was your last, buddy? Let's check it out. Let's find it. I have a choice to make. Do I rank through my 5-star Kang and gamble pulling Big Paco? No, 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 no. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Kang is a trophy champion, buds. He is fun though once you get Apocalypse, but without it, don't. And then RNG is brutal as it is in this game. It's so frustrating when you just can't get a champion that you want. I'll have a story on that. A massive, massive whale that I know. I mean, this guy is a massive whale. If you go back far enough in my channel, you'll see that I used to post some openings from a player named Waffler, who is a massive whale. He's also a good player. He's knowledgeable about the game, and he likes it and he enjoys it. And he knows what he's doing. He's not just a collector of champions. I think his last DM to me was that he had opened 50 featured 6-star crystals and had still not gotten Apocalypse once. 50 of them. And so he, of course, he's a whale. He whaled out on the Cav crystals this weekend and was able to awaken him. So the moral of the story, the whole relevance of that story is get Apocalypse first, then bring up Kang. Kang is fun. All right. So can everyone hear me fine? I'm getting a weird alert from YouTube. I think they're saying that I'm not doing enough video. So I don't know why I clicked on war. I just like war, so I clicked on war. All right. So MSD, it looks like you're saying that tonight is the podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, and he'll be discussing in-game content and ways of play, as well as deep dive on the Grandmaster. Ooh, cool. I get so many questions on the Grandmaster and how his mechanic works, as well as how to fight him properly. That's really cool. That's really smart. And make sure we check that out. And then, or is their podcast available like on iTunes and all the various podcasts, catchers and things like that? Let's see. Dev is, and if I miss your question, don't feel badly repeating it in the chat. It's fine. Spam not so much, but repeating questions not a big deal, because chances are I just missed it the first time, and so there's no problem repeating a question once or twice. Pretty sure MSD plays a different game. Yeah, there's a version of this game that apparently like MSD, Yeet, Suida, Agent X, and I could go on. I'm sure they all play something else, I think, and we us mortals have to download it off the App Store. Because I agree. It's just amazing. Barrowman, if you watch. Although Barrowman, so you don't know this, but I have a couple really good friends in the same alliance as you. And when your Professor X video started getting shared around line a little bit more, I'm friends with Godman and Capcom. They both immediately were like, "Oh, we know him. We've been seeing this stuff for a while. He's an amazing player." So that was fun. That was always cool. Nicolas, yeah, pay attention to class, buddy. It is important. You'll probably learn something. But thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. Wet Noodle, 18 features into no Apocalypse. Yep, there you go. Clyde, thanks for stopping by at all, buddy. I really appreciate it. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I think what happened is I wasn't doing anything in the game, and so YouTube didn't know how to interpret that. And as someone who's still getting used to streaming, I think I just hadn't seen it before. All right, this looks like a fine one to do. Okay, and yeah, that podcast will be available in all the places you can get podcasts from. Very cool. Dark But you know, I won't take the time at this because I've just been doing a lot of talking. We'll play a little bit. Maybe we can get into the roster, but I did just recently do an account tour and channel update. I know those aren't, you know, not everyone loves them. I think a lot of people do like them, but you could go through there, and I really went into depth about my plans for this for 2021 as far as the channel is concerned, and then also for my account. You know, they're just completely intertwined now. And ultimately, my goal is I have a very high prestige at the moment. I think it's 13.8 something. And my goal is to stay at the top or as close to the top as possible. And also continue just to get better and better at the game and use my roster to help my alliance. It's been a while now, so I shouldn't say recently, but not that long ago, I switched alliances to for Loki. And I still have a lot of great friends in NY. But I had a lot of friends in for Loki, and I just wanted to get better and better at the game. Starting this channel, you know, I'm being asked for advice. And while I felt like I knew what I was talking about, I wanted to know more of what I was talking about. And I wanted to get better at war. I've enjoyed that mode of play for a very long time. And I could tell that my war skills were not sharp. They were not sharp. I was taking the same fights over and over, and that was fine because my role in NY was to provide prestige. So I was happy with it. You know, that's not a complaint. But moving over to For Loki, I wasn't going to be able to just be a prestige like a trophy champion for him. You know, I needed to be King with Apocalypse, not just King. And so I've gotten a lot better at the game. I can tell that's happening, and so that's what that's about. Now, if there was a specific question. Dark B2, if there was a specific question you had about like, do I have this champion or something like that, let me know and we can definitely talk about that. Or I could, like I said, maybe we could get to the roster in a little bit, but I know sticking around for 45 minutes of the stream isn't always the easiest thing to do. Nyan, I ended up doing 6 point with Revives and Nick Fury. Way to go. I was that you that was asking about him on stream the other day? That's a tough fight. So congratulations, way to go. Cataclysm 215 at Warp, want to stop by and smash that. Dude, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Iron Avenger, dude, how are you doing? That was fun talking with you today. I'm sorry that the video got to you a little late to enter the giveaway, but like I said, we're going to do the giveaway at every 1,000 milestone. And we just, I say we, it's just something. I just started this channel in July and we're already at 6,000, like 200 and something subscribers, which is amazing. It's incredible. I feel very fortunate. But it also leads me to believe that we'll be hitting 7, 8, 9, and 10, you know, not tomorrow, of course, but relatively soon in the big picture of things. And I will do a giveaway at every 1,000 milestone, every 1,000 subscriber milestone. So thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. And thanks for stopping by a stream. Benjamin, good morning, dude. Dark B2, you have the 6-star Cosmic Ghost Riders. Dude, congratulations. Are you raking him up? What rank are you hoping to take him to? Where are you at? Dev, Vega, who's the best mutant according to you, Colossus or Omega or Magneto or someone else? So I just did my latest champions rankings. I took what I thought was going to be a pretty controversial opinion in there, and no one has commented on it, which to me makes me think they were like, yeah, that makes sense, or they realize it's not that controversial. So I have Omega Red as the best, and then I actually have Archangel, and then Magneto. I will also admit, that those three, I really think anyone could be the number one. I think they're like 1A, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 1A, 1B, and 1C. I think it's just, what do you need? Just what do you need? I do think Colossus is fourth, though, in that group. So, yeah. Fucking Pig Monster, dude, how are you doing? Thanks for showing up. Hey, who do we got? Is that DLL?
That's DLL, yeah.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I was just going to say, jumping in on that. I completely agree with you putting AA over Magneto. It's close, but AA dominates his good matchups just that much more than Magneto dominates his, which is already a high bar.
Yeah, that's how I felt or I feel. And I will say that once the video went out, I thought I really should go through, and I think I will do this for the next one. And I want to tabulate: are there more champions in the game that are not immune to bleed and poison? So they're not
Versus
immune
metal.
versus that are metal. Yeah. And I think I'm also a little biased because right now I'm just getting assigned so many Archangel fights.
Yeah, I hear you. I've told you I'm assigned Archangel like 9 or 10 wars per season.
Yeah. So I think that also like it's impossible. It would be impossible for me to try to say, or it would be wrong, or it'd be false, whatever term you want to come up with, for me to say that that's not coloring my opinion. It most definitely is.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that
Metal
like
Sonic. Oh, sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead. I'd rather keep up with chat. Thank you.
I was just gonna say Metal Sonic says top 5 for him are AA, Colossus, Mags, Omega, and Professor X.
Yeah.
Not a bad list.
No.
Might be sleeping on Apocalypse.
Oh, that's true, dude. Apocalypse. Although, so Metal Sonic Dude is part of the group that is with Barrowman and Agent X. Yeah. And dude, I already liked Professor X, and holy cow, though, it really changes a lot, I think.
Yeah, I've actually changed my mind because you know that I never open feature crystals, but I am right now. And now that I have the 5-star Apocalypse, I think I want Professor X more. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think he has less utility, but I have Apocalypse, and so he looks really, really good.
Sorry, I'm getting these odd notifications from YouTube that something is not going right. But I can't make sense of them. If something's going wrong on the viewer side of this, please write in chat, and we will totally try to.
I did have it crash a couple times personally.
Really, I can't make any sense of it though. It's saying something about like keyframes. Says please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, keyframes are not being sent. If anyone has any idea what that is about, what keyframes are.
Josh Pugh, is Darkhawk any good? Yes, but Tech is a very strong class now. I was an early adopter of Darkhawk. I did the 5-star featured grind for him and took him to Sig 200 within a week of getting him. I like him a lot. And his synergies his Venom synergy has always been really good. I think the Night Thrasher one gets overhyped a little bit because it's a dice roll. If you get lucky, it's amazing. But the Venom synergy is very good. He has a solid synergy with Falcon as well, which is now better than it was when he first came out. He has a really good synergy with Elsa, and if you use Nova on the team, he's a Havoc counter. So depending on who you have, Darkhawk can be very good, but he does need a very high Sig to be good, in my opinion, as opposed to Gilly 99, who's very good without her Sig and then just becomes better at max Sig, or Warlock, who barely needs it at all.
Hey,
so I do think Darkhawk is worth ranking, but he's not dominant.
Hey DLO, what's the synergy with Venom?
Venom is the one where he gets bonus crit rate. I think it's like 10% against heroes, which is quite a bit. And he gets extra power gain against villains. There are like 4 members of that synergy, but Venom is by far the best one, so they just work really well together.
Yeah, having a powerful synergy with Venom's a big deal. Venom's very good. Venom's
I haven't run that team yet, but because Venom also has a crit synergy with She-Hulk for the whole team. So Darkhawk, Venom, Elsa, She-Hulk, and then someone else, or you could drop out Elsa for Falcon and throw Nova in there. But like some 5 out of those 6 would be a really strong questing team. I'd probably use Darkhawk for most of them because the Elsa synergy gives him extra power, And so combined, I mean, he'd just be healing constantly.
I'm also wondering if the problem is actually
because I have most of those guys ranked.
Is anyone else playing the game right now? No, it's fine. I'm wondering if the problem was actually the game. I'm also having some very odd things happen in game at the moment. And it seemed like what YouTube was talking about was video, not audio. But I do see a couple of people saying they had the stream stop for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I could see it being a bit of both, though, if the game is messing up enough that it's affecting like the frames that you're able to capture.
Yeah.
And then that could mess with the casting.
Anyways, unless it gets really bad, we'll just, continue on.
Yeah. Benjamin, yes, AA refers to Archangel.
June, what's
Fluffy
up?
Pig Monster said,
sorry, go ahead. No, go for it.
I was just saying Fluffy Pig Monster says they have Apocalypse, Professor X, and Omega all at R2 and would R3 Omega first. So that's an endorsement.
Yeah, and I think
strong statement.
I think at this point too, it's just what do you like better, right? It's like cake or ice cream. Mm-hmm. For me, the answer's both, but I get it,
Oh yeah, that's right. 40% power rate against villains. I knew it was huge. I mean, it makes Darkhawk so much more sustainable because you can bait specials without losing the healing. You were saying hi to June. Where is that?
So that June is the People's Champ. Really good dude.
Okay.
Does a really fun stream, typically at night, West Coast time.
Gotcha.
And then I think I just saw Zillium show up. How you doing, buddy?
Do I think Aegon with synergies can do Labyrinth of Legends? 100%. He's the single best for Labyrinth of Legends. If you mean the full exploration, though, you are going to need some very specific synergies to do a few of the fights, yeah. But, once he's ranked with a couple synergies, I'm not sure there's anyone he can't do. I'm trying to think.
That's what I was wondering. But by the time Aegon came out, you and I were done with Labyrinth of Legends, so I didn't pay much attention.
Yeah.
If there's a single fight
Which
he can't
me bitter
do
about him for a long time.
That's so funny. That's so typical of you and me. Like I could see that with you, where I'm more like, that's great. I'm so glad people get through it easier than I did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just that, like, it is great for people, but at the same time, like, I was so proud of some of those fights, like, really just nailing the spacings on heavy counters with Hyperion or parrying every hit of the special with Blade to get my revive count down, and then somebody comes out, it's like, yeah, I just kept hitting them and then they died.
Yeah. Oh, no, I hear you.
Obviously, Aegon requires skill because you can't get hit, but...
Yeah, no, trust me, I hear you. I think they're both valid points. It's just, how do you immediately analyze the issue, right? I saw a question there.
Yeah.
I'm looking back down at the screen, but I saw a question about who's my favorite champion. It is Doom. My favorite champion is Doom. I feel like there's a couple of people I'm probably forgetting, but I think hands down, Doom. He's tanky. And I still make mistakes in war, and war is a big deal for me. And so usually he can take care of those mistakes for me. I tend to like Mystics more than any other class, just as a whole, because in general, Mystics deal with power. And power for me is involved in almost every single fight. And so being able to manipulate power and or buffs, like you just can't beat it. So, and then of course he's got good damage and things like that. So for me, it's Doom.
It's a good choice.
Well, in fact, but I also like him too. Like I like his animations, like the slap and the arms crossed, and then even his SP1. It just looks cool.
Everything but the L3 we've all seen a million times.
Yeah, the L3 is, yeah, it is what it is. But then also, Like I took, I think it was 2 wars ago. I took a fight. It was a buffet fight, and I ended up messing it up. But the point of the story is that I even like intentionally was like, okay, if I miss evading a heavy, it's not the end of the world if my aura is up, if the Doom aura is up. And sure enough, I ended up I took the first hit of a heavy, lost like 2% of my health, and then I can't even think of what the technical term is for what he does to the second part of the heavy, but no damage was done, and I just continued on in the fight. And so, like, I just think he's awesome. Yeah.
I hesitate to even say this, and I'm sorry, but
no, go ahead.
I'm still convinced that Doom's aura is actually slightly bugged because it says goes unstoppable for the second hit of the heavy, but what he clearly does is goes unstoppable a split second before the last hit and then blocks it, reducing the damage, and then can counter. Which means that, like, I mean, the function would be the same and that you'd still get the counter if he were just unstoppable, but I think he takes less damage than he was supposed to.
I think this would be this is what's fitting there is hate the game, not the player. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. I don't blame him, and it's something that both helps you on offense and defense, and he's a well enough designed champion that he's good on both.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a wash, but that it surprised me when I realized how that was working because it's not what the text says.
I just got
John Lash.
Yeah, go for it.
Go on.
No, please do. Please.
John Lash was saying we were discussing Punisher 2099 on Discord. Are there any fights where you think he's better than Warlock or Ghost? So that probably wasn't me because I'm not an expert with 2099. We do have some very knowledgeable people in the Discord, but my first thought would be anywhere where you truly need just power control. Because, like, Warlock has power control, but there are some conditions on it, right? You either need them to be constantly healing, or you need to use the L1 when they're not healing at all, and then you miss out on the L2. And Ghost has, like, pseudo power control, and that she can eat an L3, but, you know, if it has certain debuffs, she's in trouble. So if you really need to absolutely not eat an L3, and there's not healing or something else, I think that's probably the biggest thing where 2099, especially with, I think it's the Captain America synergy, would just be a beast.
All right, and then so that's fun. I actually like fighting Wasp now if the node is like absurd for her.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Harry Pothead. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. I think there was actually a question in here. I'll catch up on chat a little bit, and then DL, once I get back to gameplay. Steven, if you're still in the chat, if I think Nova is worth R3. I personally right now would not recommend that. However, DLL, very knowledgeable player about the game, has recently gotten Nova, right? It's Nova, right, DL?
Yeah, I might R3 him if I dupe him for a couple reasons.
Well, you know, hold on just a minute. Let me catch up on the chat just a bit, and then I'd love to have you, because I think that is an interesting discussion. I think you're discovering some things that people aren't totally aware of. John, I think it was discussed. I think he's great for magic. Depending on her health pool, he could prevent her from even getting to 1 bar of power if played a certain way. So he can be. That's a fight where he could really work out well for. And you know, then you don't have to deal with limbo or anything. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just recently cut my hair. I assume that's what you're talking about. Gifting event and rewards. Apparently it's tomorrow, we found out. So hopefully on tomorrow's stream, we'll do a reveal and see where I got. I am hoping to get one of the 50% tier 5 CCs, but I have a feeling I'm not going to even be close. But it's fine. And Nyan, should I wait to do 6.4% until I get a... That's such a tough question. I think if you can do it without, you know, going crazy with units and things like that, like, yeah, I think go for it. Getting oh yeah, I see what you're saying because of the R3. That's always a tough one, buddy. Like we get that question a lot. I would not recommend ranking a subpar champion to R3 because you're still using resources. And make sure it's someone that either you're really excited about or that is legitimately good. It is a game, so have fun. If it's a champion you just happen to like if you just like X23, as Dilly's pointing out, I think Dilly's answering a different question, then rank her, and that's awesome. And now you've got the Thronebreaker title. Zillium, yours, superstar. Hey, Hector, is that the Hector? Thanks for stopping by. And I agree, Zillium is a superstar. Metal Son of Dude
was answering our Aegon lab fight question, like Barrowman.
Yeah.
Because X23 would be a problem. But you can do that with a 4-star Archangel. I did. It sucks, but you can do it.
You could do it. As we're getting to, Metal Son of Dude's first clear of LOL was with a rank 4 blade. I believe mine was with Spark. I don't remember if my first clear was with Spark, but LOL is where I fell in love with Spark. I felt like, I used to say this, clearly Aegon was made keeping LOL in mind, but I felt like Sparky was legitimately made to handle some of those fights, like the Cyclops fight. I actually loved the Cyclops fight in Labyrinth of Legends with Sparky. I felt like I was just bouncing around. I felt like I was Spider-Man bouncing around and he couldn't hit me. Dude, honestly, it was fun. I could not, for as bad as I was at the game at that time, I could not believe how much fun I was having with it. Monkey, I know my favorite's not Hulkbuster. I apologize. He is really good though, and you are a big part of why I've realized he is good. Panda, what's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. Ariel, Ariel, is Thing 5-star worth rank up? Not duped. I don't know. I do think that's a big part of his kit. I think it is a big part of his kit and how a lot of people play him, or at least the way I see advanced players playing him. So maybe it depends on where you're at in the game, and if you have the ability to do that kind of crazy synergy team that can help you just kind of blast through some content, which is nice.
Yeah. If you have Torch for the synergy, allowing him to ramp without throwing specials necessarily, and if you need a big nullify immune, bleed immune tank, I think to rank 4, Thing could still absolutely be worth it, because that's not an ultimate investment, right?
And then I did cut my hair. I did just the sides though, just the sides. I think I see someone saying that gifting is results are live, so we'll check that out really quick. And then let's check that out. Zillium, stop it. We're making you blush. Sorry, you're a superstar. It is what it is. Facts are facts. All right, let's check out the work in progress, buddy. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. And then so let's check the. I know. I fell so far behind on chat, and then now it's time. Let's check out the gifting results. Let's see if they really are in. I think someone said they were in, and then we'll get back to the gameplay, and then DLL and his Nova. All right. So as I said, I'm really hoping to. I'm really hoping to have gotten at least to the bar or whatever, the milestone where you got half of a tier 5 CC. I set my limit before we were able to actually do the event. I think that was really important for me to do. Just like, this is my limit. If I get it, cool. If I don't, I don't. We did do the giveaway with 4 Loki, the 4 Loki tournament and some things like that. So I didn't make videos on everything. I have one last opening that'll come out, I think probably tomorrow, and you guys will see that. There's a couple of 6-star crystals in there too. All right, so let's check this out. I'm really excited to see how this went.
I don't have them. I restarted too.
Look at that. Look at that leaderboard. Let's talk about the leaderboard for a second. I know Knight. Knight is a good dude. He is a good dude and a good player. That is JP, dude. JP's me and DLL know JP for years. He is a very good guy. So that is cool.
Oh wow, yeah.
Waffler, no shock. Waffler is awesome. I was talking about him earlier. He is a full-on whale and a good player of this game. Deuces is a great player of this game. I've gotten to know him a little bit. He is a very good player. So it's not surprising to see him up there. I'm hopeful that a couple of my 4 Loki buddies are up there. I really
Clown
think
is at 22.
he is Clowniest Clown. That's awesome.
Sorry for spoiling. Yeah.
No, that's okay. Clowniest Clown. That is
awesome.
awesome.
Many of these people.
He's a good guy. Oh no. Let's just forget it. Okay. And all right, cool. So we're not going to scroll through all of that. We'll go to my results. I assume that's what this mail is. Nope, that's Awakening.
Yeah, I don't have him yet, even after rebooting. I think it's just the leaderboard at the moment.
There's another 4 Loki at 40, by the way.
Is it Yusafa?
It is not. It is Enzo.
Enzo. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm. Oh, and now the leaderboard's just okay. So that's 200.
Yusafa's at 72.
222. So I don't think that puts me. Let's see what that is. What does 222 get one? I missed out by quite a bit. I missed out by quite a bit. But still, eight of those. That's awesome, right? For a very fun event. The 5-star Thanos. The 9,000 6-star shards. If those come in on the stream, we'll open up. I think that'll give us enough to open up a featured.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then and we'll open that, and that'll be fun. All right, so
I'm not sure I'm gonna get any 6-star shards at all.
dude, people went huge. I was aware of some of the scores from those guys I mentioned, like Waffler, and of course I was aware of Clowniest Clowns. Wow, all I can say is wow.
Yeah,
like, yeah, the Kabam knew what they were doing, making these solo rewards big time, and people went and got them. They went and got them for sure. So congratulations to them, and that's awesome. Sabby saying they already got theirs. Okay, you know what I'll do is I think it'd be fun to see a 6-star featured get open. So why don't I'll put the Be Right Back screen on, and I will restart the game. And if we have the rewards, we'll open them. And if we don't, we'll get back to the monthly EQ. Oh, and DLL, if you can, maybe talk about the 6-star Nova.
Okay, I just rebooted. Not for me yet. Anyway.
Okay.
So with Nova, one of the big things is just prestige. He's actually still 4th. He's above Cosmic Ghost Rider and well above Corvus. And I know that this makes a lot of people's, eyes roll back into their head because prestige doesn't matter to everyone. But it does have at least some effect on my alliance, and until recently, I think I was dead last. So it is at least a factor, even if it's not huge. The other thing is I'm currently placing my unduped rank 2 on defense. So if I were to dupe and rank 3 him, then he would almost certainly still be the one placed, and that's helpful to the alliance. Because he's not a nightmare defender, but he's an important element of the best 50, and I think he will be for a while. The other thing is that I don't know, he has definite limitations. There are definite things that I would, quote, fix about him if I were doing an update. But at the same time, I think he's somewhat underrated in that when you compare him to someone like Hyperion, he has a similar SIG ability in that his buffs get longer, but Hyperion's goes up to 70% at SIG 20 and then 74% at SIG 200. So you get almost all of the benefit right away. Nova gets I think it's 10% at SIG 1, and then it scales perfectly linearly to 80% at SIG 200, which means that he's just not the same champ. Like all of his abilities, oh well, how is he as an evade counter? Who knows, because his true strike only lasts half as long as it would. You know, how hard is it to refresh his furies? Who knows, because they're a little better than half as long as they should be. All that kind of stuff. So I have a suspicion that he's actually better and more fun at max sig than it seems like he is. And since it would already make sense for me to rank him and pump stones into him as a prestige defender, then it might be fun to try out. But for all that said, when somebody asked is Nova worth taking to rank 3, I'd probably say no for most people. Because prestige doesn't matter to everyone, and I know that I'm kind of taking a risk on my account by doing so. The quote smart thing would be for me to just rank 3 my unduped Corvus, right? But
Yeah, so hopefully MSD was still in the chat. But thank you, dude. I wish I was in. This is one of the things where I wish I was in the CCP, because I would take him to 200 and R3 and try to test. Dude, thank you so much for showing up, buddy. Dude, I don't know if you saw us reading through, but I saw Waffler, I saw Knight, I saw Deuces. That was all in top 30. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Did you see your score, Duke? Do you know what you got in individual? I'd be really curious to see that. And then yeah, I think someone said it looks like the rewards actually probably won't be out to tomorrow, because it did say the 12th. So I'll open those. Maybe we'll do that on the stream tomorrow. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's stream.
It says by the 12th, so it's possible.
Oh, that's true, because I think Sabby said that they actually got the rewards. And it takes time. There was something else like this recently where we got our rewards staggered. I recall that. Like, some people in my alliance had their rewards, others didn't yet, or I don't remember what it was, but it was a big thing.
Yeah, it happens. Let's see. Stealthy versus Starkey. That just depends on what you need, in my opinion. I think in the current meta, Stealth is probably a better champion than Spark. But at the same time, you know, Stealth does have his limitations. He's good as an unstoppable counter, but I don't think he's great as an evade counter. His damage is great, but I think Spark's is a bit better. And the other thing is that it depends on where you are in content. Because if you are currently doing the content that Spark was dominating for like a year and a half when he first came out, I mean, there were a lot of smart people for a long time, even after Blade dropped, I think including me, that said, in their opinion, Spark was the best champion in the game for like a good 8 months.
Yeah.
So if you're doing the content where he was relevant, then I'm not sure there is anyone better. You know, unless, of course, you're really good at Quake. That's the caveat at the end of all of this.
And it seems like folks are getting a little upset about the tokens. Yeah, when are they supposed to come out? I feel like they were weekly, though, and the event started on Wednesday. So my understanding is they won't come out till Wednesday, if I've got that right.
Yeah, I think it should be tomorrow.
But I understand the upset, because, I mean, for a lot of us, that's when we get our 4,000 6-star shards.
Oh, so people are like, I want those now. Yeah, I could understand that. What'd you end up getting, DL, if you don't mind sharing? Or like your alliance score.
My alliance got, I think, 66 or something. So they only ranked, it was like 5 or something. We're nowhere near getting the number ranks, but there's a good chance we'll be in the top percentage. I personally got like 27,000 something, so God knows.
I'm actually curious. I won't stop the stream to find out now, unless a bunch of people would like to see it. But I would very curious to see where forward Loki got. Like I said, Clown, Enzo, and I felt like Yusafa too went big.
Yeah, Yusafa was 72.
Yeah,
so he was way up there.
Yeah.
Or Loki was 9th.
In the Alliance?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's a 5-star Kang for everyone, 3,000 more 6-star shards, 10% of a T5 CC, and half a basic. So yeah, you guys are doing great.
Wow. Thank you, Clown, Yusafa, Enzo, and I'm pretty sure Bren went pretty big too, if I remember correctly. Let's see.
Well, that's going to be a team effort regardless. I mean,
yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah, but haven't seen their score. Like, it is top heavy. But yes. What's up, Parzival? How are you doing, buddy? Duke. So Duke was saying something from 4 Loki. Yeah, those guys are the ones that went big. NY1, dude, congratulations, NY. Second thoughts? Nah, I love those guys. I love those guys in NY. So many friends there that I've been chatting with over the last 2 or 3 or 4 months, however long it's been. And I'm so happy that they won. Like, genuinely good dudes. Knight, Waffler, I call him Charlemagne, but it's Ant. Duke, of course, the leader, Greg. Like, I could just go on and on and on, but we don't want to hear me list 30 people. So I'm pumped up that they did it. And Dilly, yeah.
27 people and forget the other 3.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And then it's always like, why didn't you mention me? And I'm like, I understand why you say that, but it was a mistake. Monkey, yeah, dude, Guardian's good, dude. I'm so happy I get to play him. I even forget the things he can do because his resistance is just energy resistance. So it's not like it just, you'd have to really think about it and know what you're doing and be mindful of it. That there's so much he can handle. Yeah, and then Dilly, Clown's back is worn down from carrying the Alliance, and just like, he's a very humble guy, and I guess he doesn't really have a reason to promote it. But while doing all of that in the gifting event, the guy also donated, I'm not going to remember the number, and I don't want to say it and be wrong, but he donated a significant amount of money on the Hobbit Crom stream. So like, while all of that was going on in game, and he was doing all of that for gifting, he also then went and like donated a significant amount of money on that stream, which was just cool. It was very cool. I think that was Christmas Eve that he did that. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it was cool. Good dude, good alliance. Happy for NY for sure. And honestly surprised that 4 Loki could get 9, but I think it's like, yeah, we've heard it enough. I'll say it one last time. I think that's just because of those 3 guys just going so big. Sparky's been in the game so long, I find myself at times kind of forgetting even how to fight him.
I know what you mean.
Like, and some stuff almost, it doesn't make sense. Like, I'll forget to heavy him to disable his evade on specials, but then the special will still land, and I'm really confused by that.
Yeah, well, it's only what, like a 60% chance, and then it's a little higher if he's duped and under 50%.
See, I don't even remember that. I don't even. So would that matter then, the sig level, or like, I seriously don't.
No, I think the sig level is, I believe, crit rate and block penetration. But what he gets defensively is, or it's like below 50%. His evade chance is a little bit higher by a flat number, and above 50%. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I think above 50% is where he gets the extra crit rating, I think, because his damage drops off if you take too much damage.
Yeah, and it's just funny. I think because
somebody's gonna correct me before I get there.
Well, that's good. That's good. We have a smart chat. Yeah. And then Fusky coming in. Thank you so much, dude. How's your? I know your New Year's is going okay. We talked about the game yesterday, dude, but I think you went into it with really good expectations and smart. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions or anything like that. And yeah, we just went over the gifting leaderboards, but we'll refresh. We'll talk about it a little bit. We have about 10 minutes left in the stream. And then there's a couple questions alone. Which are you talking about, like the account leaderboards? Those have been bugged, and they've been bugged for a long time. And I happen to know personally that they're bugged because when I first started the channel, someone even asked me, they're like, hey, your name's not up there. And it's like, yeah, my name's not up there. What's that all about? And so I emailed with Kabam. It was like one of the nicest intro emails I've ever gotten from them. I don't remember if they actually specifically said they apologized, but they're like, yes, this is an error. And then they're like, your name should be up there. And then they put my name up there. And then like a day later, mine and like, I don't know, a huge percentage of the previous leaders were just gone. I emailed them again on it, and they told me that they're like, yeah, we apologize for this. We'll eventually get it fixed, we think. Like, I'm paraphrasing there, but it was bizarre. It was really bizarre. I have no idea what it's about, but they're definitely bugged. I don't know all of the people that used to be on there, of course, but I do know some, and I feel extremely confident that that they have not done anything that would make Kabam remove their name. And people are selling their why did you invest so much? I guess they just got tired of it, and they're trying to get something back for the money. So I have no idea. I have no clue, but I hear your point. Work in progress. So you got your gifting. Okay. I know, Dev. That's why I try to put in these streams. Like, I want it to try to be a regular thing. I want to confirm that I'm going to be able to do this every weekday, or at least 4 out of them before I really announce, like, every weekday you can count on this. But this is just when it really does fit in. I will still try to do what'll be for me afternoon streams every once in a while. And if this alleviates it at all, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna hang out with my 10-year-old daughter. She has a break in her school day at this time, and so I like to take it with her. So is Professor good, dude? Panda, Professor X is great. They were in the chat earlier, but things are what they are. Barrow Man, Agent X, and Metal Sonic Dude are putting out a fantastic gameplay and tutorials on him. Please check them out. If you're having any difficulty finding them on YouTube, please go see my latest champions rankings, and I have put links to their channels and their videos on Professor X in the description. Please go check that out. It is really worth your while, and I think you'll enjoy your Professor X even more. I thought he was great. He's even better than I realized. And then Alone. Okay, thanks. Are they still playing the game? Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of the friends, a lot of the people I know who aren't on the board are still playing the game. But there's a significant amount of people like that. So, Fusky, that's what I'm doing right now. My Halo daughter's right next to me. Dude, that's awesome. Cool. Oh, thanks, Dev. I appreciate it. All right. So, people are saying that the rewards are out. They definitely have the rewards.
I still don't have mine. It must be in batches.
Okay, then I'm not going to stop the stream for it. Let's just play for another 5-6 minutes here and answer some questions. And then, you know what I'll do is I'm putting out the gifting video tomorrow. So I'll probably open the last featured, and it'll be in that video tomorrow. So Slayer, dude, how are you doing? What's going on, buddy? Appreciate you showing up. And then Fusky, I ended up, what did I place? 200 and something. So I didn't get my 50% tier 5 CC that I was hopeful for. But, I think you and I had talked about it. I had set my limit, and if I got it, I got it. And if I didn't, I didn't. And I definitely did not get it. So it is what it is. And but for Loki got 9th, it sounds like. And that was mainly due to the efforts of Clowniest Clown, Enzo, and Yusafa. And then my previous alliance, NY, won it, which is not a surprise. When we were looking at the individual leaderboard, they were all over. The plate. Yeah.
Dawkins asks if you, Vega, are planning on taking Falcon to rank 3 at some point.
No. Well... Yeah, that came out wrong. Not that I don't think he's worth it, but that is not my current plan. So my current plan for my account, and I think just also fun for the channel, is I am very hopeful for a high prestige and also good at the game, but a high prestige skill champion to come out. And I have the Awakening Gem, and I will have the 6 stones and the tier 5C available to take that champion immediately to rank 3 and SIG 200. And so as a result, it would take a unique circumstance for me to rank 3 a SIG champion, skill champion, before that time comes. So Falcon would be on that list. It just would be a period of time. It would be a period of time.
Sense.
Freeman, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We're gonna be getting off. We're gonna be shutting it down here in just a few minutes, but I really appreciate you showing up. Def, that was a funny video though. Slayer, the worst champion. I think he might be in comparison to how great he's supposed to be, right? Like if you just go by the comics and obviously the MCU and things like that, Thanos should be amazing, but.
I disagree with Slayer of Gods. Groot is definitely my pick for the worst. Everyone has some abilities, but like, I mean, come on, even his healing. Have you ever tried actually using it? Because it gets weaker the closer you are to max health, but even when you're at like 3%, it's just not that much healing. If you have recoil on, I think you have to be below 20% for it to just outpace recoil. Which obviously is not the measure of every champ, but I just feel like that tells you how little it is.
Groot was a really brutal AQ boss for me for a while. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. Just for what it's worth, thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah, there was a while where he was not the worst defender for sure. But he's just, in my opinion, there's so little going on. Because yeah, everyone has abilities. Like I'm trying to think of somebody that I would care to use less. Like even Groot probably hits harder than Red Skull, but I'd probably rather use Red Skull.
So that also, I mean, this is full tinfoil hat time. I think I'm using that as evidence that Groot is getting a buff soon.
I hope so.
Because he hasn't. Yeah, they haven't even done like a synergy, right? To Diablo here. Doesn't he have some synergies? They're like, well, if you already like Diablo, like that's nice. I don't think Groot has even gotten anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, he has the old Guardians of the Galaxy synergies, but that's basically just like, oh, he gets extra perfect block and some attack bonuses.
And also let's
yes.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Let's keep in mind too that like when you see a headline like that, take it tongue in cheek, right? Like, like it's a game. We're having a good time. So, anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say. Is that like when I say that I think that Groot is the worst, I don't think that means he has no abilities or that you can't win fights with him. I just think that his kit is probably the most underdeveloped at this point, because most other champions in that range have been buffed, at least by synergies at this point. I don't hate on him. I want him to be better for his sake. You know?
Hold on. We have a very timely question here. I'm going to take them at face value. Josh is saying, I just opened a 6-star Nexus and got Nick, Corvus, and Cap. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
Do you have any Awakening gems?
So no more gameplay. We're gonna end the stream in like 2 minutes anyway. Let's help Josh out here. Josh, I think Fusky's asking the appropriate question. Do you have in DLL? Do you have any of them already awakened, or do you have the ability to awaken them? Maybe
that's so difficult. I mean, in a vacuum, if I had none of them, I personally would probably pick Nick.
Yeah.
You also say that you're done with all endgame content, so you don't have Abyss to look forward to like I do.
I was going to say what Dreamin just wrote. I'd forget Cap as well, and Nick or Corvus. So hopefully, Josh, hopefully you're still listening. You're probably screaming at the top of your lungs in elation somewhere. And Alfredo, you know what? No, mine didn't come in yet. We saw what I ranked, and it looks like I'll be getting one more featured crystal. So I'll do a gifting. Probably video for tomorrow or Wednesday, or maybe we'll open it on the stream tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to just make a rush decision, or just decision on it, and then I'll announce it and we'll know. So maybe it'll be on tomorrow's stream. I think that would be fun. I do have to go. I thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. DL, as always, I really appreciate you jumping in the chat. Busky, thanks for stopping by. Josh. Yeah, good luck to Josh. Josh, if that was legit, I'm sure it was legit. Let us know how it went and what you ended up picking. Thanks to Fusky and Rob for stopping by. Dream, and of course, Duke, Metal Solid Duke, and everyone, Delithius, everyone. Literally, this is one of those things. Why do I start naming people? Because I can't name everyone. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you tomorrow. Take care.
Later, guys.